Hello, everyone, and welcome to the conclusion of the 2021 Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Champion Discs. It's Sunday, February 28th, and we're here at the Innova course. This is the back nine of the MP40 final round. I've got none other than Steve Rico joining me for the action. And Steve, we head over to hole number 10, a par 4 on the back, 741 feet. What are you trying to do here?
I feel like this is one of the tougher par 4s. There's OB on the right. You want to get your drive out there, set up for your approach shot. It has to go over a bunker, and then there's the cart path below it, the green to the left of it. So you have to be really precise on your approach shot.
Yeah, the sloped green, and then there's the OB green and the bunkers, as you mentioned. So I feel like it's so much on the second shot here. Hopefully the second shot, if you get a good tee shot off.
Yeah, you want to just rip one out there on the drive. Just pretty much just get it out there down the fairway. The next shot is the most important shot.
We see Chris Farnham, who we had, of course, on the action during the front nine. Chris, now the four of you were together during round 3, weren't you?
Yeah. Yep.
So and you've pulled ahead as of right now, and you got a one-stroke advantage, and Shasta's been having his own personal demons with the wins.
Yeah, I mean, it's still relatively anybody's game with this win at this point in the round right now.
Yeah, there is no letting up or relaxing at all. And that one, Chris went stable, but maybe a little too stable or too much hyzer. Dave can really maybe take advantage of his power here. And that looks smashed.
That's crushed, yeah. You could tell by his follow-through, little twirl thing he does.
Yeah, again, adorable. I think no, seriously though, really good shot. I don't know of anyone that wouldn't be pleased with that kind of distance on this tee shot with this win. Shasta's is lower. If you keep it flat, as you guys are throwing out into that, that fairway, if you keep it flat, you might get a little skip action.
And if you can cut that corner pretty tight on your drive, it helps tremendously. You'd be a lot closer on the approach shot.
Now, to be fair, we don't see a lot of people out where Chris is right now, way off on that far left side. And he had a good recovery, but at best he's looking at a par, I think, unless he's got a hero putt. What are you trying to do here?
I'm just trying to keep it safe and just because the wind's really ripping right there. So that was actually a pretty good shot. I wasn't really trying to attack the pin. I was a little bit out of position there.
Yeah, just not enough on the tee shot for you to be able to get there on your second shot. Not with this wind, at least.
Right.
Looks like a good line from Shasta, but it's really deceiving. Just when you think that's going to be right near it, he's a good 50 or so short.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to do the same thing I was. Super is way down the fairway, and he's attacking here.
Is that a mid or a fairway in his hand?
I'm going to say it's still some type of driver, maybe a 9-speed or something.
An interesting setup. We've got OB that slopes down into the right. So interesting to see Chris go with a forehand here.
Yeah, he's trying to play it off the green there. Not too bad of a shot. No, that's a little bit of work to do.
And you're just outside circle 2, so you've got 80 feet to the pin.
Yeah, I kind of rushed through that just to try to beat the wind there.
And Shasta just a little bit closer than you are, so.
Wow, the wind died for me for once.
Saying that the wind died for him. So this is, oh, wow. Doing some work. A huge putt. Drive, an okay approach, but then a great putt from 38 feet.
Yeah, it's definitely a bonus birdie right there for sure.
So he is all knotted up with you. You guys are tied for the lead. No one really making a run from the chase card. Not to try and chase down the lead anyway. There's some good scores, but nothing that's challenging the scores you guys are currently at. And Chris Solid putt to walk away with the par.
You good? All right.
You see no distractions. Telling everybody they're good. They're just
They're
going to
good.
stand still.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little disappointing. Usually there's a few thousand people out here, taking in the Masters action, in the gallery. Sorry. I almost got that out.
Let's just keep it real. Nobody wants to see us play, okay?
Hey, we're all here. We're loving it. Seriously. 369 feet. This is not an easy shot, especially throwing into a headwind.
Yeah, the wind makes it really difficult. If there's no wind, the shot is pretty straightforward. You're going right at the basket with probably a fairway driver. There's OB on the left, but it really shouldn't come into play. But of course, the wind is ripping at us, as you'll see our drives in a moment.
Yeah, and you and Dave started off one stroke apart from each other. You're sitting 5 under. He's 4 under for the round. And again, you guys have really distanced yourselves at the moment. So I feel like we're kind of getting into. I mean, do you care at all what he's doing? Are you watching how his discs react? Like, is there anything that you're concerned with, or is it just all yourself?
No, I'm definitely trying to see what the wind is doing to his disc, but overall, I still got to make my best decision, make my adjustments, and just and do the best I can to the wind.
Chris really assessing the situation. What I think I find funny, and I don't have them in front of me, I'll admit it, but if we added up all 4 of your PDGA numbers here on this card, I'm guessing we're still well under a current or the most recent PDGA number issued. It's a little bit of a funny perspective.
So we're old?
I'm not saying that. I'm not. I'm right. I'd have the second lowest on this card, just to you. But, you guys are all veterans of the game, which is awesome. That one turns over for Chris, and I keep thinking about throwing your shot. You're trying to basically throw it dead straight, but too much turn gets exaggerated by the headwind. Not enough turn gets exaggerated by the headwind.
Right. Yeah, you got to just power through something stable and.
Just hope you hit the right angle.
Yeah, I threw something stable, and the wind still turned it over. So, it's definitely tough to make your adjustments on this hole.
And in the last year, or two, they've raised this basket, as if those willows aren't already in your way, just making it a little bit tougher here.
Yeah, as you can see here. That putt was going in, and it clips those branches and drops.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of dangerous at the same time? I mean, if that clips those branches and comes immediately down, now he's got a obstructed 35-footer.
No, definitely. But I've played a lot of golf with Super, and yeah, he does a lot of stuff like that.
Okay. You said earlier he's aggressive, so he's going for it. Shasta's kind of spits out or dips out is a better way to put it. Chris doing some work to save the par. Super's got more of a throw hard, ask questions later.
Pretty much, yeah. He's he likes throwing 100% on every hole.
Big shout out. I think I also learned that it says anniversary weekend or right around his anniversary.
Yeah.
So big shout out to him and his wife. As he's out here battling. And also big shout out to all my Patreon subscribers and anyone that is here watching the action on YouTube. Now we've got par 3, 396 feet. This one's blind, but very attackable.
Very attackable. You got the sidewalk on the right. If you go early over those mounds on the left, there is a green there, but for the most part, they really shouldn't come into play.
You just really can't saw this off. Otherwise, you could find that green. But
Yeah, you want to really commit and just rip it at that sidewalk and have a late finish.
Super going straight out and might be a little bit short.
Yeah, but I think he's past those greens. He should be safe.
And now you've turned around. You guys have done a 180, and you're almost going exactly back the direction you just came from, right? So you're throwing an opposite wind.
Yep. So now the wind was a tailwind pretty much, and now we're going back in a headwind.
It's starting to feel like every shot was a headwind.
Yeah. I mean, you would think, and then you turn the opposite way, and you're like, oh, well, I'm still throwing in a headwind.
How's this possible? That's what happens when the Earth is flat, man.
I know, it's crazy, right?
All right, let's not get into
that
too far.
We'll save that for later.
yeah.
For the blooper reel.
We'll see if Shasta can get something going. I like the angle, but he just needed a little bit more height to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of them holes like you feel like you should get.
Woo! I can lay up with the best of them.
You definitely want to get this hole, but it's not easy with the mounds and.
Well, now here you are putting downhill. If this gets away from you and doesn't hit hit enough or hit everything, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, or you get a nasty roll when you do get something.
Yeah. At that point, I'm like, whatever. I've pretty much seen it all for the previous 3 rounds, so nothing can rattle me at this point.
Oh, that's definitely frustrating. You gave it a really good bid, just a bit short. It doesn't feel like you should be punished for such a good bid. Chris is about pin high. Just such a firm spin putt, which I think is a huge advantage on a day like today, right?
Right, absolutely.
You're just waiting for that wind. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to wait it out. I'm trying to milk that clock.
Give me a little break. Give me a little break in the wind. Oh, yeah. Jam at home.
18-footer there.
What's your favorite flavor of jam? Like jelly, like jam, like
My favorite what?
flavor of jam.
Oh, my favorite, I don't know. Strawberry, I guess.
You are a strawberry
Oh my
jam kind
God.
of guy. All right, we're through 12. My disc in a box, all your shipping solutions. Reach out if you need them. You can maybe get some strawberry jam with your disc in a box. All right, here we go. Uphill, hole 13, 387 feet. This has got to feel like a bonus, right?
I'm trying to ace it like Paul did that year. So
Yeah,
I think
okay.
we're full attack mode into it.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, not at all. So we're laying up. I'm laying up short and left of that bunker out there.
I feel like Super's launching it into another.
Super.
All right. He's safe. So the OB, if you could find the fence on the right, or you could find the hazard up by the basket, and
Yeah.
then short is also OB, right? Correct? Or no?
If you don't clear that sidewalk right there, then yeah, it'd be OB. So I'm trying to throw. I think we're all trying to go up high or just get to the left up there.
Wow, and that was a good kick to make sure it forced him inbounds for Chris there, kicking off that little tiny branch. You guys just have a third of the course left. You're still knotted up.
That's pretty good.
And we've talked about this. I think about hole 9. This one reminds me a lot of hole 9. Like, this is not an easy approach with the bunker definitely coming into play no matter where you are, right?
Yeah, it's very touchy. Yeah, you want to be a lot closer to that bunker to make it at least like a jump putt over it. That is a great shot there.
Yeah, up into this point, I mean, it probably doesn't feel as clutch or as amazing as it really was, but that was just a phenomenal shot by Criss. You've got a much better angle at it. You're able to get it right next to the pin.
And I feel like this is one of them holes that's it's more trouble than anything, you know?
Yeah.
You're not going to really score on it.
Or if you do, you're scoring the wrong way.
Yeah, you're probably going to see a lot more bogeys than birdies on this.
And Super with a look at it.
This is for birdie. Ends up a little short there with the headwind.
Yeah, he's in not only did he have the distance, but then also has a really good angles, knowing that the hazard's not going to come into play if he does miss it. And that's certainly a missed opportunity that might come back to bite him when you're looking with just 6 holes left.
Yeah, definitely.
What wind?
There's no wind out there.
And also, just to put this in perspective, a lot of people have, of course, watched so much of the MPO field over on the Pro Tour side. The wind absolutely died down throughout this afternoon. I know, any given day, you say, oh, the afternoon's more windy than the morning or vice versa. Well, the wind was way worse.
Yeah, we played in all 4 rounds had wind for us. So we didn't get any...
No breaks, no reprieve.
No, we didn't. I mean, even our most calmest round, it still had quite a bit of wind, so it was tough.
Sandy Point Resort and Disc Golf Ranch, northern Wisconsin. One of my favorite places on the planet, sandypt.com. Here's hole 14, a par 4, 800 feet. Lots of danger.
Yeah, they got the green here. The basket's on this mound, but slopes back behind it, OB, on that walkway.
The super twirl.
He did the twirl, the super twirl. Way out there, it's safe. And you're not gonna want to miss this throw, guys. This is amazing.
Somebody's looking for the albatross.
Yep, I'm gonna throw right into that tree and kick out of bounds.
Oh no! How does?
What?
So what was the misfire there? What did you feel like you did? Did you just throw it too low? Did the wind push it? Give us your best excuse.
I'm just terrible.
No, you're not.
That's about
what really happened.
That's about all I can say. I did it all week long. I can't even explain it.
Okay.
There's no words.
We'll blame the wind.
You couldn't even write this stuff that I did this week.
All right. Well, so currently, again,
Just
you're not
keeping it real,
right now,
guys.
but currently advantage super as we're here on hole 14 right now.
I mean, all you want to do is throw it up there in the sky and just get it down there. And
Yeah.
I put that little tiny twig tree in play.
Yeah, and I mean, it was insult to injury. Not only did you hit it, but then it kicked out of bounds, and now you're throwing uphill, making it your approach 10 times harder.
Right.
Because you got to get the nose up, and you got to throw it up and run up a hill. Like, there was just nothing good going for you at that point, unfortunately.
Not at all.
Just one of those mistakes that kind of instantly compounded. And that flirts with the OB, but I believe stays safe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it feels like you can kind of let this one rip, right? I mean, you got the OB green out there to deal with.
Yeah, you can want to rip one right at that green and kind of use it and skip off it, get some ground play from it.
Although Super had a huge drive, he has a little bit of an upright to hit. And that looks like it's pushing left.
Push left, but he's safe and he'll have a putt at it. This is my fourth shot here. our third shot with the penalty. So I'm playing that skipper off the green.
Good angle, good speed. I mean, that looked pretty solid.
Yeah, that worked out pretty good.
I think one of the biggest takeaways from a round like this is you guys have to realize practice in all conditions. Don't just skip the days, when it's windy outside and you're thinking, oh man, that's not going to be any fun. You really need to go out and even practice these 100 and 200 foot shots, just standing still and playing with angles and seeing how hard you need to throw even a putter just to get it to go somewhere when you have a tailwind.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many different spots you can end up in, whether you throw your driver on the next shot. Can I throw a full power throw with a mid-range? You got to really know your distances out here. I see a lot of guys using rangefinders on these courses out here.
Yeah, and I think when it's windy, it's like a rangefinder certainly can help you, but you still have to know what the disc is going to do in the actual wind.
Right.
As you see Chris jam another one, and that's for a par. Steve, it's windy.
Yeah. I wanted to see if that piece of grass is just going to drop straight down.
And a little bit of work, but I mean, considering your tee shot, considering everything else, like a bogey is not bad at all.
A bogey was pretty good from where
Heck yeah.
I started out. So.
And it looks like I think Super is going to be up here. He's looking at going to be a par, I think. This is Shasta.
It's like, how many times does that happen today? It's like there's nothing, and then I step. It's like 15 miles per hour difference.
Oh, Shasta.
I just owe that because it got stuck on the chain for like a second.
There was literally zero wind, and then it just.
Be a great day to take your sails out for Sail On Enterprises. Thank you, Tony and crew, for always giving the support. Here we are on hole 15. Super's just picked up a stroke, and 459. This has got to be a bonus if you get there.
Yeah, it's definitely a bonus birdie. All you want to do is get it down the fairway, hopefully get a long jump putt at it, but you don't want to make any mistakes and throw it out of bounds. The sidewalks do come into play on both ends of the fairway.
That's pushing to the left, but it looks like it checks up. He's got plenty of room before it finds the sidewalk. I think I may have spoke of it earlier. I think Chris did compete in the distance competition in the MP40 division, and I think he was one of the top 2 finalists. And I apologize, I don't have more information in front of me. I could just be making this up, but I do believe seriously, though, that he was one of the top 2 finalists in the MP40 field for the distance competition, which does not surprise me.
Yeah, he definitely has an arm on him for sure.
You sit one back. Here's Shasta, kind of keeping it tight to that right side. That's the most direct line to the pin, and that's a pretty good position. I mean, not a putt, but I mean that's in great position.
Yeah, you want to keep it tight to that right side because it's a strong tailwind at this point right now. So I'm trying to go with that same line, except I make another unforced error here. And trickles out of bounds.
Now, it's too bad you did that. But on an absolutely calm day, is a backhand roller a good play for you there?
Yeah. If there was no wind, I'd throw a roller at it.
And you just kind of play into this bowl on that, right side. Steve, there's a tree there.
Yeah.
Don't hit the one tree.
There's also a sidewalk on the left side of the fairway.
All right, so you're just like, hey, Super, let's pretend it's Christmas, and I'm going to wrap up some presents for you, give you a few bogeys. What are you doing here?
Basically just trying to hand it over to him.
Well, it's still a good battle, but you're trying to, make it easy for him. You've got some work to do. Shasta's on that right side. He's got a really routine approach at that point. out there in Circle Ricky land. And we see that, right to left wind.
Yeah, it just floats up on me, hits the band.
It looked like a good release. You just left it a little high.
Yeah.
Super says, "Hey, Saint Nick, get out of town."
Yeah.
Wow, with such solid putting that we've seen by him, he kind of letting you off the hook here. You're trying to hunt down the 5-pack, and Super says, "Well, yeah, I got a 4 of my own."
Right. And I want to just apologize to all the viewers that are actually watching this happening. I know it's not very fun, but thanks for watching.
Yeah, this is seriously. This has been a great battle, and I know we make the joke about where you go score wise, but it's still an incredible battle between the two of you, and it's 2 strokes with just 3 holes left to play. Big shout out, of course, to the PDGA.
Hello Leopard 3 is stable. It want to go straight all day long. That's why I love it. It feels good in my hand. It's just very comfortable to grip. Just throw, it's gonna fly straight for you. And I love their plastic. It is beautiful. Look at this color. When you have a pretty disc like this, you just want a birdie, right?
Of course, we see Owen Scoggins out there killing it on the FPO side. Big shout out to Innova, presenting sponsor of the event, and a little bit different tee pad here on 16 this year.
Yeah, they moved it back quite a bit, but it's also now par 5, which is I feel like it's made it a lot easier of a hole.
I don't know if that helped or made it worse. Is he right in the light now?
Shasta trying to get a wind read. Is the goose impressed?
Pretty nice. He didn't flinch, didn't move.
Oh, you come over here. I want to see what's going on. All right. So you both kind of have to collect yourself. Super here, gave up. He could have picked up 2 on you on the last hole. He only picks up 1, but he's picked up 2 in the last 2 holes. You're trying to maintain your focus, literally, there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to rip one out there. The next shot's the most important shot, I think, on this hole for me.
Yeah, and that looked like a crush. Certainly a really good drive there.
So I think most of us are trying to play short of the green out there and make our 3rd approach shot over it and into the hillside.
Looks like it's fading really hard to the left. Is he just trying to take the green area out of bounds out of play?
I'm not really sure what Super's thinking right now, because he's got a 2-stroke lead and he doesn't need to be flirting with OB over there. He's done it on the last 3 holes in a row.
And
I think that's going to end up on the green.
Yeah, so that will be now. The greens are played different from bunkers in that you take them from where they last were inbounds, correct?
Yeah, traditional OB rules.
Yeah, so you don't play them like you would a bunker, and you're just trying to come up short. Again, like you did a few, earlier. Do you club down there, making sure you don't get it to the green?
Yeah, I clubbed down to like a 10 speed, something overstable that I know it's not gonna. I can crank on it and it won't get to the green.
Shasta's 3rd, and just flashes behind the basket, but a really good shot. You've got a putter in your hands.
Yeah, it's pretty simple upshot there.
You were jacked.
Oh,
saw
so
that.
yeah. At this point, anything's pretty exciting to get a birdie right now.
Subaru was trying to hunt down the basket there. It almost got in the way.
Yeah.
That'd have been a heck of an eagle from out there. Now he brings it back to where he was last in bounds. He's gonna have the approach from there. Again, I actually turned down the audio from the microphones on this. That's how much this wind was ripping.
So this super definitely surprised me with this putt,
Yeah, this is for his birdie.
and he goes for it.
Yeah, a little, definitely more than he needed to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that gives him a tester. I mean, you want to be stress free out here. You got 2 strokes.
I'm trying to give it to him.
Yeah,
I'm like, please just end it already. You know.
You're like, dinner party for 2. I'm coming over and I've got some gifts for you. And a little bit closer to Shasta. Now Shasta's probably got a different mentality right now. He's trying to collect back a few of the birdies he missed or strokes he gave away earlier. This high left chain. I mean, I'm gonna say that's a good run. Well, okay.
Hangs it, no
I mean,
problem.
That's like too easy.
Yeah. That was not an easy putt. I mean, he made it look really easy.
So he still walks away with the par. So it didn't punish him. You know, it was
Right.
equal to laying up, but a little bit more stressful. And when it's all said and done, you're like, hey, I'm still here. I see you.
Still
Solid
hanging around.
birdie.
Yeah.
I mean, wind or no wind, you just played that, you know, as really textbook as you could have, right?
Yeah. I'm not getting to that basket in 2 shots, so that's how I have to play it. Short of the green, make the next up shot.
My disc in a box. So we head over to hole number 17, one that I feel like is very birdieable if you've got just the raw power, but you need a little wind help usually too, right?
Right, and there's trouble on the left, the OB, and then on the right side, there's a lot of trees that block it. So you got to be precise with your distance and accuracy as well.
You're going to keep it nice and low. You're just trying to put it straight up.
Yeah, catch some trees on the right, but not too bad.
So not really in harm's way. You're definitely not in birdie territory, but you're safe. You're in the middle. You know, you're looking to just get up and down from there.
Just sit.
It needs to sit down. Great distance, but just leaks out of bounds. The giggle from Shasta.
Yeah.
We feel you, Shasta. Sometimes it's just not your day out there. Here's super. Putting this one up, and that's also, and that didn't leak out of bounds. I mean, that was headed there,
Yeah.
right out of his hand. Was he just trying to drive the pin?
He told me he was nervous at that point.
Okay. So
I told him, like, bro, what are you doing? He goes, I'm nervous. I'm like, you got one already. Like, why are you letting me hang around
I
here?
love the mind games. Yeah. Well, he's out of bounds, and now you're thinking, okay, yeah, I can get up and down here.
Yeah, put the approach up pretty close.
And unlike Chris, he's not in a position, you know, Super's back there. That's a layup. Chris, at least, might have a long look at saving his 3.
Right. Yeah.
And Super, with his nerves and everything else, pulled that way early. So here's Chris. This is to save his par. I think he's wearing Spurs. He's digging his heels in. It's a Texas thing.
Right.
Not too much wind on the pin right now that we're seeing. And immediately you got to get up and look like, shoot, did that actually roll away?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some nasty rollaways throughout the years on this hole. You'd like to think this is a pretty routine shot, but we've watched some heartbreaking moments take place here on hole 17.
You got these little bit of slopes, the way the basket's set up, and you catch a little bit of metal, it wants to take off rolling.
And Super will dip down to 10 under. You're trying to get up and down. It looks like you're going to be in par territory. So when it's all said and done, we've got a tie ball game heading into the 72nd hole of the tournament. Well, make it. Okay.
What?
Good putt.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
So going into 18, I've practiced the layup, and I've also gone for the other side of the sidewalk on the island over there. And since Super's made 2 mistakes in a row, I'm going to lay it up, and I'm going to put it in his hands to either win it or lose it.
Okay, so right now you're definitely playing chess, and you're thinking about where he is. You're thinking about momentum. You're thinking about where mistakes can and can't be made, and this beautiful hole 18 and par 4, 720 feet. There's could be mistakes all over the place here.
Yeah, there's OB everywhere, right, left. You can option to lay up, or you can go for a little more off the tee pad and make the upshot a lot easier. And I opt to go with the layup here, and like I said, I'm going to put it in Super's hands since now I have the momentum. I just wanted to see what he would do.
And this is a mid, right?
This is a mid-range.
Super overstable. Is this a pursuit?
Pursuit. I can rip on it hard. I know it's not going to go anywhere.
Is that right where you pretty much wanted to land?
Yeah.
Okay. Both Shasta and Criss sitting at that 4 under total, and Criss trying to bite off as much as he can. He'd love to try and finish on a high note with a birdie. At this point, I've walked over, and I am just seeing me and Don Smith are kind of watching this unfold. We were watching the scores, seeing the battle between the two of you. And that will play just fine.
Just as I thought, Super goes for it.
And when you say goes for it, I think about how that has just landed farther than almost any MPO player I've ever seen throw on this hole.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Well, he throws very hard. He's still got a lot of distance, and he's way up there. His approach shot is really easy. I mean, not really easy, but he's still got work to do. But
yeah, start thinking about the nerves, and they're
Birds move right.
our
Birds.
spectating birds are trying to work you.
Yeah, they got me on that one.
Good reset. You're just playing now over to the right side, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're not even attacking the green at all.
No, I'm a little bit out of position to attack the green, so. But I'm sticking to my game plan. I was just trying to get my par, and like I said, I was going to just put it in Super's hands to either win it or lose it.
Speaking of in your hands, earlier I asked you about your favorite strawberry jam. I need to know, guys, what kind of jam or jelly, which is your favorite? All right, that's the all important question. If you don't like jams or jellies, crunchy or smooth peanut butter. All right, we're going full blown PB&J here. That's what I need to know. Leave it in the comments, and a week after this video drops, I will randomly draw a comment and give away a little disc action. As just not enough for. You could use a little extra crunch there.
Yep.
This is also a great drive. Where Criss is, we don't want to understate how solid of a position that is.
And he's throwing off the sidewalk, so good lie too.
Yeah, nice good run up, a little bit short. It sticks. And look at the win. I mean, the tournament feels like it's in his hands right now.
Yeah.
And he's got to battle the wind. He's got to battle his nerves, which I think are greater than any wind. And this is essentially the shot of the tournament, potentially, for him. He's thinking about his wife, his anniversary.
Okay. Whole lot on the line.
Is that a mid?
Mid-range, and he just absolutely laces the shot.
Oh, nice shot. So Super trying to close things out. Beautiful shot. Shasta comes over.
And Super stoked about that one.
As he should be. But it ain't over.
It ain't over.
There's still, we'll see if there's a little magic in the tank. So you see him right next to the pin, 8-10 feet.
Yeah, I walked up, looked at his putt, the OBs, and took it all in. Had to throw this in. Made a pretty good run there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be thinking, you know, hey, I want to give this a good run, but I also don't want to just throw it out of bounds and hand it to him. I mean, he's got a 10-footer. It's windy. He's nervous, right?
Yeah. I mean, the way he's played today, you know, he's gonna make that putt. So
Okay.
I gotta at least attempt to give it a good solid throw at.
Nice. Great birdie. Chris will finish at the 5 under overall. Solid performance. I think this is his first time out at the event. Shasta, a little less enthusiasm, but
Yeah.
he's going to finish 3 down. And you're going to go with the gentlemanly tap in to give what should be the final putt.
Yeah,
We've
he's
seen
probably
some crazy
about-
stuff.
Yeah, but that flag's not moving, and
Yeah.
10-footers.
And never a doubt.
Nope.
Dave, you're champion. Congratulations. I want to thank Innova. You're the first to embrace them. Just the utmost competitor there. Sportsmanship.
Yeah, congratulations to Super. He, I was happy for him. I'm glad he pulled it out, and I'm glad he did it the way he did on the last hole like that. You know, it was a battle, and it was anybody's game out there.
Oh, the rest of the team. There's Jared Dog still ripping.
Now the release.
We're going to rename the tournament, I think. But thank you to Innova. I'm going to catch up with Super, our champion, and have a quick talk with him. And, of course, thanks to Innova and everyone else for the support. I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and that was my video blog. We've got this bonus MP40 coverage that I hope you guys enjoyed. Big shout-out to Joey for capturing it. But our champion here, in a nail-biter, we've got Super. Dave,
Yes.
tell us how it feels, first of all.
Very, very excited. I played my best this weekend, and it was windy, but I'm really excited about the win. Finally getting this one under my belt.
Incredible performance, so battling the wind. But Don Smith and a few of the other masters told me, you absolutely bomb it out there. Was that kind of the key to success, to combat the wind, is just how powerful you throw?
I wouldn't say it, no. I think the approaches, because it's so windy, the approaches is where I gave a handful of strokes away, and a lot of guys threw some gorgeous shots. So I give praise to them, because I'm still learning when I'm watching these big dogs like Stevie and the rest of the guys that I got to play with today and this weekend. But yeah, it's not really the distance. The distance, obviously, you want, but no, that approach for me is the hardest part of my game that I need to work on. That 150, 200 in. And the putting was normal, so I didn't really have struggle with that.
Well, so speaking of the legends, the big dogs, as you mentioned, PDGA 4666, Steve Rico, one of the greatest of all time.
Yep.
He also is your sponsorship team captain. Isn't there a rule you're not supposed to beat him?
I've been letting him win for many years, and finally got him. So I'll take the one for the first time.
Anytime that you are in the same breath with Steve Rico finish, and then you actually edge him by one, you did a lot of things right this weekend.
Yes.
Anything you want to say to the world out there?
I want to say thank you to everybody that I competed and got to see this year, because I get to see a lot of the guys from all over. I want to say a little shout out to the guys at Silmar, SoCal, Southern California, and everyone at La Mirada, of course, where I learned to play the game, and all my friends in South Dakota, all over South Dakota, my family, everybody. But I do want to say thank you to Legacy Discs and Heiser Project for giving the gear and all the discs, and I love everybody from everywhere, all over the place. But it feels good to finally beat the guys, so I'm really excited about that.
Very few people leave Las Vegas a winner, whether that's in a casino or on the disc golf course. Super here is one of those people. Hope you enjoyed the coverage.
One last thing, because it's my anniversary weekend. My wife, I love you, Caroline. If you're out there, I'm sure you're going to see this at some point, but I love you very much. Happy anniversary.
Come on, it doesn't get any better than that. All around win here in Vegas. This is Super. I'm the Disc Golf Guy. Thanks for watching.